Immediately to the left, you will find a flip-up table, carbon monoxide detector, a fire extinguisher, and a quick grab hatchet. Not to mention the obligatory bottle opener. You also have some vents for the induction stove. Directly across from the door, you have a diesel heater. You have your Laguna table mount, or Lagoon I believe it is, which swivels in front of these two seats, which also swivel. Oh, and the drawers. Well, let's get right in here and take a look. You have 3 big drawers. These drawers are about 10 inches deep, about 30 inches wide, and about 22 inches from front to back. And you have 3 of them, as I said before, which allows you to have lots and lots of storage for clothing or whatever else you want to put in there. All of them are secured with the push button latches, which is very important so nothing goes flying. The top of the Chester drawer section, if you will, or countertop, is bowling alley flooring that I refinished and used as the countertop. Above that, you have a cabinet, and so this is a place where you could keep dry goods or things of that nature. And to the left cabinet, you have your dishes. And in this cabinet, you have your USB charger here, and you have a 110 volt plug right there. And right in the cabinet is a hole with a little cover over it, so you can run your cords right down through there for charging or plugging things. You have a quick grab cup holder, all stainless steel cups, and they just pick up and lift right out real easy. And you can see how that's done. It just has some nice slits in there, and you just slide it back in and it sits in a little seat. You also have little holders right here for storage. And again, you can run those USB cords right from the top down here and keep your phone in here to store it, or a small tablet. Again, the table swivels. And there is a window right here, and that window is a solid window with a window covering. Again, right here, you have your interior. Your exterior blacks it out, but there's also reflectix in that area, so that helps to reflect out a lot of the sun and heat. You have one of your 2 max air fans right here, and your overall control panel right up over the door entrance. Does have a 12 volt system with a 3,000 watt pure sine wave inverter, 200 amp hours of battery power. You have a water level indicator, you have your solar charging indicator, and just your regular light that comes on and off with the door of the vehicle. Over here we have a 110 power outlet just above the sink and stove, along with one of the remotes for your fan. And moving down to this section, again by the opening, you have your induction stove. You have a 12 volt drop-in fridge with freezer. You have a pantry style cabinet for spices, dry goods, whatever else you want to put in there. You have 2 junk drawers at the bottom. I call them junk drawers. Maybe you could use them for shoes or whatever. Let's come under here. This is where your water purification 3-stage system is, along with your water your water hookups, and a pull out so you can reach easily into the back and grab things out of the back without having to rifle through everything. And the sink itself is a fairly deep sink. I think it's 10 inches deep, 16 by 16, with the faucet and your purified water. So that's really, really nice. Moving up here, you have your upper cabinets and 32-inch TV. Now, this cabinet right here, you can reach in behind here to put storage back here. The cabinet itself has a false back because there you got your wiring that runs up through there into the cabinet and over to that your control panel. So I wanted wiring to be able to be easily accessed in case you have any issues in the future. And again, you got storage on the other side. Let's back up here. Now you got your queen size, or they call it a short queen actually, 78-inch by 60-inch queen size bed. And with and just below the bed, you have your cutlery drawer. And under that, you have a drawer where I keep pots and pans and an extra butane stove. And let's see, and moving down below that, you have an air conditioner. It vents out to the bottom using a turbo fan to push the air. So when you turn on the air conditioner, it is wired in such a way that it automatically turns on the turbo fan and pushes air out. So you have an inlet vent and an exhale vent. And the turbo fan pulls the air from the inhale vent and pushes it through the exhale vent. So it will run off the battery for up to 3 to 4 hours. It's not recommended, but you could do it. If you're hooked up to shore power, it will automatically switch over to shore power and run that off of shore power. Back up to the right side again, you have a little medicine cabinet. So you don't have to have all your toiletries in the same spot as your other things as far as clothing or things like that. That is a switch for your water heater. And under this bench, we have a porta pot. I'm not a big fan of porta pots inside of a camper, small camper, but sometimes when you gotta go, you gotta go. And that actually slides out to make it more comfortable to sit in on those two 500-pound rails. Moving on to the bed. On each side of the bed, you have a cup holder. You have a little elastic holder for a cell phone, and that's on each side of the bed. You have a fan and another USB charger, and the fan is a USB fan, so you can literally, it's up there by a suction cup. You can remove it if you don't need it, but you can have your fan and a phone charged. You have your lights over your bed, reading light for each person, as well as a second switch for the main light, so once you're in bed, you can shut them off from there. In the very back, you have your second Max Air fan. Both of these fans are remote controlled, as well as blow in and blow out with 10 different speed settings, can be left open in the rain. But yeah, they are really, really good fans. And on the very back, you have your pillar, cross pillar for wiring and just to hide stuff back there so it's better looking, and phone holders. Yeah, that's basically the inside of the van. Tell you what, let's go to the very back. Actually, let's take a quick look at the front first. Again, as I mentioned before, the seats do swivel. It's a standard ProMaster cab, AM/FM stereo, touchscreen navigation. Very, very simplistic, but it's a very nice, comfortable vehicle to drive and ride. Let's take a quick look at the back of the van. So let's go there now. All right, this is the back of the van, and right out the gate, you'll notice I have a mechanism here to hold the shower head. And we have an exterior shower. And another really nice thing we have on both sides of the van is a nice deep storage drawer. And that's to keep your hoses and things for water and stuff, or whatever else you want, out of the way. Coming to the right side, you have your electrical stuff, a jack, things of that nature. Those are vents for each side for under the bed. Another thing mentioning this bed, the mattress, which is a 6-inch foam mattress, sits on the Froley mattress system, which they put into most modern campers now. And they're really nice because they allow air to circulate, as well as giving you more cushion and stability for when you sleep. Down low here you have your outdoor shower spigot, which you're just plug in your little hose and shower top and go to town taking an outdoor shower. And now let's go to another little fun part. Oh, over here, another access door. This access door gets you to your electrical. Everything electrical is on this side. And just inside this door is your cutoff switch. I think you can see it there, along with your fuse panel. We're gonna move into this little cubby here. And one of the reasons why this van looks like this in the back is because I do not like how they look unfinished, where you can see everything in the so-called garage area. So I wanted a nice clean look in the back. So moving into these little barn doors, you have door A and you have door B. Now right off the bat, you see that little metal pan. Well, that's actually storage, and that is right up under the mattress here. You've got two pans right here. They are metal with rubber lining so that you can store things that you don't use quite as common, maybe tools or something of that nature. So that's that. And then under there, you have more storage. And this is done with slides. You got two locks, one on each end, and that allows you to pull out this whole storage system. You could use one for dirty clothes, tool, whatever you would want to store in those things. So you push those back in, and you have that. You can latch those back in on the sides. And here is something neat. Again, we're gonna delatch, good. And if you grab there, you got another drawer right below. But it gets a little better. So you got that drawer with the snap lock. And down below that, you have a table. So you can literally sit out back and have a drink or sit there as a desk. It's just a little work table, nothing huge. It can be opened further out to make it more useful. So really like that feature. And this whole system can come right out of the van. If it's in your way and you need to put something other than this down here, you certainly can do that. Now, again, over here, you can't really see, but you got your electrical, and on this side, you have your water. And I'm trying to get in here. You got a 22-gallon water tank, and in front of the water tank is your water heater and everything that runs into there. So that's where your water. I try to keep electrical on one side, water on the other, in case we spring a leak. It won't spray directly onto the electrical system. So that's the back of the van. And as you can see, I think it looks good, but hey, I'm the guy that made it, so of course I would. So the exterior doesn't need a lot of explanation. It's a typical Ram Promaster. I added a bush guard or brush guard, along with a nice trail light so that you can see things in very darkly lit areas going down some back roads. I added mud flaps along with step rails. And on this side, as you can see, we have our electrical and cable. You got a 30 amp in, and your cable, should you choose to use cable at a campground or something of that nature. And walking on around to this side, you have your water inlets. And one is your city water hookup for direct line hookup. The other one is your water inlet for your water tank. And that's about it. There's not much else to describe on this van. But I will, let's see if we can get back far enough so you can see the top. You can see your two max air fans, as well as that long black line. That is two 175 watt solar panels. So yeah, what's that? 350 total watts coming in. So yeah, that's it. That's the final walk through or walk around of my van. And well, she's not mine anymore, actually. She's sold. Dave Sign Guy here, and I just wanted to say thank you for watching my video. Please watch the upcoming series on my Astro build. I think you'll enjoy it.